They always do that shit too. It must be something to do with their programs. You know, that last video feed after that, they got Charles Stanley and this other monkey. Okay. The city that didn't burn. And he was talking about a Bible study. He's doing little things and stuff. And you're like, y'all motherfuckers do know, okay? Me and DT Suzuki are more alike than Charles Stanley and those assholes on TV and Christ and Prophecy and Dr. Jeffries and Robert, what's that guy's name? Joseph Prince and Creflo Dollar and all those motherfuckers ain't nothing like me. I'm like DT Suzuki. I'm like Haile Selassie. I ain't nothing like those little trifling little assholes on TV selling you their last bow and arrow for beer money, for whiskey money. Shit, no. Okay, fuck that shit. Okay, then nothing gets on my nerves more. Okay, when I make a video and I don't even write anything in the description or whatever about what Charles Stanley talking about, what this other asshole talking about. Oh, they're not talking about what I'm talking about. No, they're not. Okay, when does Charles Stanley talk about quantum computing? When does Charles Stanley talk about the possibility of scientist corporations that call themselves religions possibly inventing a wormhole and moving people from points in time to other points in time to manipulate people with money and technology? When does Charles Stanley talk about that? When does Mr. The City That Didn't Burn talk about that? Okay. Remember when that Mickey dude or whatever, the one I told him I had no penis because he got pissed at him from the military? I was talking to my sweet Lorraine. We were talking about work I was doing to stop human trafficking in Mexico, right? And he was at the library, like watching Big Brother or something, like that one bitchy lady that was yelling at the woman with applying for federal benefits and stuff for her kids, and the kids were making noise, and she was all pissed off because she was watching Big Brother on the internet and was yelling because she had trouble hearing. I was like, oh, heaven forbid she comes here to feed the kids, to help feed the kids because the dad can't stay at home because the family's being destroyed by philanthropy, and you're watching a bunch of idiots try to make a lot of money by distracting idiots over money. Fuck. Okay. Heaven forbid the kids get in the way of entertainment for money. Okay. No kids, no entertainment for money. Come on, fashnugana. Know how stupid you are. Know what you need to require the continuation of the stupid things that you are addicted to. Okay, fuck. Okay, seriously, I know. Okay, well, no, nothing pisses me off more. I don't like to see Charles Stanley's face. The man's a liar. Okay, he makes millions of dollars reading a book written down by a corporation that took Jesus Christ's story and turned it into a tribal, secular, insular war story. Okay. And that shit pisses me off. And all you motherfuckers do that. Okay. Don't say you don't. Nation of Islam? Trifling ass, tribal ass, sex cult motherfucker, please tell me you isn't. Is you is or is you ain't? Maybe baby found somebody new, or is my baby still my baby true? You trifling talking about fighting and fucking over money too, and you know it's true. Okay? You know you are a tribal, secular. All you motherfuckers talk about is money, reciprocity for money. You like I told my first wife, man, you got that 40 acres and a mule mentality and it needs to stop. You need to get up and do what you need to be right, to do right, and to be treated right, and to be treating right. You know what I'm saying? And don't say no. Okay. You motherfuckers put me in a job that tried to rot my balls off. Okay? I stay here and I'm the caretaker at this place with my dad because he has money from being tortured his whole life by pieces of shit like you. Okay? And I stay here, him and take care of this farm, and I keep all the pesticides and herbicides on fucking on check as best as I can to keep myself and everybody around me as healthy as possible. I cut the weeds all the way down to the Martinez trailer and the grass. So when it does get sprayed with pesticides and herbicides, it puts out a minimal amount of chemical poisoning. Okay? I go all the way down to the Martinez trailer because I see those families walk by with their kids. And you get the people back from Homeland Security. You know some of those people are involved with the cartels and they have children. They're involved with the cartels and some of them have children. and they have to take care of those children, and you fight over fuck money just like them, and you're a better fighter over fuck money than they is because you have the law on your side. Talk to me one more time, motherfucker. Talk to me one more time. I don't like Tom Homan, okay? I don't like him at all, okay? The man is an incoherent, he's a credit to the simian race. Take your paws off me, you damn dirty. The man is fucking crazy, okay? I worked in the incarceration system with kids, okay? Those kids used to, listen, those kids used to act out. The one kid that looked like a little Mark Zuckerberg kid, he acted out and he stayed sleeping on the floor for 2 weeks, okay? Because he probably had been sexually assaulted before in the rooms, and he would act out, and I used to think, what is wrong with this kid? But I knew, because when Todd spit in my face, same thing happened. Okay, you want to stay in here and you want to sleep in here. You don't want to sleep in your room. I ain't going to say nothing, but I know it. So go ahead and just relax, and it's good. And the nurse was watching. She saw him spit in my face, and I said, you do know I could charge you for assault for that, but I'm not going to. Just relax. And he was like, wow. And afterwards, that kid asked me a couple times, why can't you be my dad? Lots of kids did that. Why can't you be my dad? I can't be your dad, but I can teach you what I learned from my dad, my brother-in-laws, from Jerry, from Lawrence, from, all the Punchy, all the good men in my life that stood up and stepped up and helped kids be better kids, helped men be better men, put down your 40s and handle your shit like men, you know what I mean? And so things like that. So I've had lots of good examples in my life, okay? But y'all can't be thinking monkey-ass bullshit is real and passing that off monkey-ass bullshit is reality, okay? So when kids do that, when you in lockup and kids act up and they sleep it out in the hallway, it's because they're afraid. They may not be you can't jump off and say, hey, you're trying to sexually assault this kid. It may have happened 2 lockups back, but the memory's still there. I was married to a girl that was sexually abused. Just about every woman that's attractive, if you get in a relationship with them, they got some kind of sexual abuse in the thing, and it's hard to deal with. So what we need to do is we need to engage in an environment and situations that reduce the crimes of opportunity for sexual manipulation and abuse. Okay, so forgive, debt, and trespass, love, one, turn, faithful, peace, because it's hard, man. You meet the little brown-eyed girls of your dreams, and you can't have a relationship with her because she's upset about something that happened to her when she was 8 years old, 13 years old, that you had nothing to do with, but something happens in the relationship that reminds her of that. It's horrible. Okay. And you want, that song, one of my favorite songs, Foster, the dude that raised, he didn't raise, but he was the stepdad to Caitlyn Jenner's kids. Okay? Be careful how you touch her, for she'll awaken, and sleep's the only freedom that she knows. And when you walk into her eyes, you'll never see the way she's always painted. And that is an eternal, perpetual crime, because you guys are denying the Lord's Prayer. You're denying the true Messiah. And you're inventing the conditions to feel powerful, strong, protecting, heroic through the rape of philanthropy. See, that's why I don't like Tommy. He gets on my nerves. He's an arrogant son of a bitch who thinks he fucking knows everything better than me. He's like those assholes I used to work with in lockup. Like when they sit there and they had the thing. Hey, look, if 2 kids are having consensual sex in a room together, in lockup, okay, and they're both of legal age, okay, that's not a crime. That's 2 kids sexually comforting each other. I was so afraid to touch you. Thought you were too young to know, so I just watched you sleeping. Then you woke and said to me, the night is cold, it frightens me. I could sleep so easy next to you. We spent the whole night talking, but in the dawn of morning, golden morning, you just because it's not your style of comfort doesn't mean that it's they need privacy, asshole. Okay? 2 men, or 2 young men, or 2 young women, like the whole thing before Everett was doing this, or he was, okay, you're saying he was having sex with his homosexual roommate, but he didn't like everybody knowing he was homosexual because it made him feel not like he was. He liked to play football and he was masculine. And that's why Nate knew he was a hypocrite. Because he, somewhere down the line, chose to be a two-spirit person and took comfort in that. His little roommate kid was a sweetheart. He's blonde-haired, blue-eyed, cute. Female, a male version of Amanda from from Alabama. It was cute, sweet kid. Liked boys from the day he could walk. And they're biologically conditioned to do that. Because of manipulation, incarceration, men come and kill off your seed and rape your sister. Y'all quieting down in there, and your mom. And try to rape your dad off the planet because you're too big of a pussy and a wimp. So you just cut out the middleman and don't have any kids. You couldn't biologically figure your out way of your own dick, could you? And none of y'all, no, okay? Carolyn Levitt, okay? Don't send prayers my way that you can't handle, okay? Christy, you're going to have to set them all down and go, I think we might want to listen to this guy. He might be a tad bit more intelligent because he has faithful forms of communication because he's the spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John. Yahweh. You might want to set him down. If they don't listen to you, nah, Mark, I ain't like Mark. You don't have to grab him by the penis and squeeze and say, they make their own pain. If they can't feel pain, that's their issue, not yours. If you feel pain, good for you, baby girl. You little, wildflower. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. I like that song too. They fucked with me for 2 years with that, thinking Jennifer Lopez was going to show up. They had hoot owls on my thing, and I would sit there because of my brain injuries. She's going to show up. She's going to show up. Because I saw it in a dream when I was 4 years old. Temple of Set Laminati, don't give a hoot if you're dead. They're sucking on your girlfriend's hooters, and yeah. Damn. Ooh la la la. It's the natural laws that the refugees bring. It's not natural laws. It's tribalism, sexism, any kind of ism you can schism up. It's horrible. Most people don't realize they're a part of it because they have similar brain damage. It's really sad. Thanks, Christy. Carolyn, you getting it? Could you explain it to the Bondi girl? You sure you getting it, or does Christy have to explain it to you? Get Christy love. No, I'm just kidding. I love you too, Wildflower. Okay, Wildfire. Okay, both. Be flower. I'll just take you from the garden and say, here, these are my girls now, and I've just made wives for my husbands like Saladin commanded me to do to claim the legacy of my destiny in the trailer park in Frattown outside of Fort Huachuca. There you go. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, ladies of the... Carolyn, I'm telling you, girl, when they give you a script to read and it comes out, we ain't playing no games here. I am the way, the truth, and life, and when I say do something and it's right, you should listen and do. You guys are like Homeland Security and all that shit. You're the first to see me. You should tell me, I want one of you in my ear tell me, Earl, you need to drink water. You have that little white thing on your lip again from being dehydrated all. Yeah, that's from surviving the chemical poisoning, all the traffic with the reactions from the plants and the pesticides and herbicides. If I was in the Gila, that wouldn't happen as much. But since I don't have any make-believe money to do that, oh Lord, stuck in the Lodi again. Yeah. Here I go again, old mother, on my way to pay another. Those dingy bars you preached to me about. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.